got proof on my camera there. I'm warming up my car there, but it hasn't left the property because I got a flat tire. I'm recording on YouTube right now. I just came out of warm up the car, so who else is fighting here in the whole block? It's not me, I just came out. I think you act like yelling over there, so no problem. Everything is documented there in my video. I'm sorry? What's going on here? Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop my video right now so I can show you, so I can back up what I'm talking about, because somebody's learning. Yeah, that's just to show you some crazy shit that we going through this world. Tell me how I usually start the vlog. What's going on, guys? Welcome to... Just seen that, warm up the car quiet. I'm moving up the car so I could put in the position that I needed, so we could start the turbo installation today. And the boys, they stopped through because somebody called 911. There was some kind of disturbance in this house. I haven't even talked to nobody. There's nobody in my house. I had to let them in, show everything. Which, I have no problem with it. They feel kind of stupid. But it's just to show you the world we live. That if you don't got evidence of proof, which I was blogging with y'all heard some of the commotion going on that, you know, I don't know where they just show up. If you don't have no evidence, you get screwed. Not to mention that my cameras were recording them, and I let them know. So let's keep up the vibes and let's start the date today. Let's get it. All right, boys. So before I was interrupted, I was trying to move the car away from the side over here, because when I start working on the EK in the further videos, the intercooler piping, I'm gonna have to remove the bumper. I need the space. So beautiful day after all. Thank God for everything. Thank God for technology. Thank God your boy is not done. So we're gonna continue and move on with today's date. Show you what we have to do, and we're gonna get started. With that being said, let's get it. All right, let me show you around a little bit. See what we got going on. A little bit of my spoon thing that I have, that I'm starting going on in the car. The blue and the yellow, yeah, see in the future. So this is simple. I was looking for my socket. I'm gonna start removing this header really quick, so we could start marking up the turbo with the turbo manifold today. I'm gonna do this in an episode of series, in a series of episodes, so that I could take my time doing everything right. At the end, I gotta slow down because I gotta bring down my oil, bring down the pan itself, so that I could put my 10N fitting for the drain feet for the turbo. So that's something that I have to do. Clean it up down there, obviously. Get a new gasket going on. Reinstall it. So that's why I want to take my time. We also got to run a sandwich plate from the filter with a T-line to the turbo, to the feet. So it's like a few things that I have to do. Not to mention in the future, after turbo and piping, everything is all in place, I have to upgrade injectors and fuel pump. I know that. But for the time being, I will get the car moving and running, possibly until I could get it tuned. So we're going to get started. Gonna get my tools and start taking that off. With that being said, let's get it. All right, boys, that's loose pretty much. I could just loosen it and let it drop. For now, I'm gonna let it drop. If I see it doesn't interfere, at the moment, you know, eventually I gotta take it off and unhook it from the bottom, pause. But yeah, I just want to drop it, move it to the side, it's not important. Probably undo these last 3 bolts so I got more clearance, so that we could start marking up the turbo, so that we could actually start installing the manifold and turbo today on it. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, just for now, I'm gonna just simply pull them back and drop them. Should be the clearance that I need at the moment. If anything, I could jack up the car and undo them, which I know I have to do. So. All right, boys. We're here chilling with my trusty worker, my boy Spike. And I'm simply just tightening up everything before we throw in the turbo in the car. So right now, I'm tying these with the Allen keys. I went up with each 15 over here in the turbo housing. Clockwise, I made sure that I tied it, pause, you know, sort of torqued it down. This over here as well, I made sure everything was tight. I'm pretty much just making sure everything is tied up, every bolt, every Allen key. So that's what I'm doing real quick. Just gotta do this over here with ya. Got these trusty Allen keys, they come handy. Alright, like that, so boom, it's already done. Go back, boom. Now we're gonna make sure on the other side, on the drain, which I know already did it, doesn't hurt to check it. It's already tight. That's already tight. So everything in here is tied up, and we're ready to throw it in. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, boys. Moment we've been waiting for. So far, so good. Put that hand tight and continue to proceed to put the other ones. Alright, boys, this is what we're looking like. We're really looking good, boys. As y'all see, I got it clacked down pretty much as I can straight. Sort of like a 45, not much straight because of the wastegate. But even with the headers in the bottom, it's not interfering at the moment. I know I gotta remove them. But pause, at least for the installation right now of the turbo with the manifold, that's perfect. Although I gotta get a few screws before we finish. Some of these, they don't reach, they change. So I'm gonna simply order 4 top size money. The 4 bottom I gotta get, so it doesn't stop me from completing this installation, at least to mark it up, continue with the piping, etc. Set everything else that I have to do. I just gotta remember that I gotta get my hardware for the bottom pause. But y'all told me how that turbo is looking on. The future, I gotta work in doing my down pipe, which is gonna connect to my full back exhaust pause rather than the hood. I still haven't debated if I just gonna block this off or make it like a screamer pipe. I don't want to come off out of the hood, but maybe if I could just cut out at an angle, maybe angling down, make it work for me. We'll see. But yeah, we officially turbo, boys. That I have some work in it, yes. I still got the intercooler piping. I got some lines that I have to work. I got a boost gauge that I have to work on. So I got a boost gauge to install. I got a sandwich plate still to complete for the oil feed line. I gotta do also my drain line for the oil pan. There's a couple things that I still gotta do. That's why I want to do a series by series. You know, I don't want to rush it, but I figure I'd show you guys the process little by little. I know sometimes it seems like content is not there. It's not lacking, it's just lacking money, that's for sure. But check out the ice. Got some hard work going on a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too fancy, snarky, but making it look good. Some of the last requirements, you know, to go along with the drip. But let me know how it's looking. Alright, boys, don't tight things up off camera. Like I said, I gotta get the bottom 4. Actually, it's 2 if you want to see. 1, 2, and 3 that I'm missing. This one over here is short, so I'm just gonna get new hardware for the bottom. Pull it out one more time, plus, and I'm just gonna get the new ones, put them in place, new lug nuts, possibly replace the top lug nuts themselves, and continue and move on, man. Not bad for part 2. We officially turbo, boys. So much for the old motor life. As far as for the ekcivic, we still old motor with the track bill, with the K24 track bill hatch. So different bills, different calibers. At the end, we hoping we shooting to get around 400-ish. It shoots for 420. I do not have the right injectors, the right fuel pump at the moment, or the right tune. So this is a number that we probably be looking at in the future once that everything is set. So I know it's gonna be insane. At least for what we had, and the car was preppy for being an automatic swap. It's a D16 Y7 black with a Y7 with a Y8 head, Y8 throttle body, Y8 injectors at the moment, and it's a simple build, man. 110,000 miles in the swap motor. Motor's too healthy. We done some work here and there. New axles, new clutch, stage 2 racing clutch. Now the turbo kit. We done the body work in the pads. Couple wheels here and there. I mean, the car's getting there. For what the car was at the beginning, it's come long ways. When I first purchased this car, it was meant to be parts for my EK truck that I was building at the time. And I fell in love with having an EK again back, just a regular coupe, you know, and here we are. So, yeah. All right, boys, we're going to wrap things here short. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. I thanks and appreciate every single one of you have subscribed, like, and comment. Stay tuned for part 3. We'll be doing the intercooler piping. And in the future, we'll move on with the rest of the feed lines, the drain line, the oil pan, the sandwich plate, and etc. What else we have to do, little by little, one step at a time. With that being said, I thanks and appreciate every single one of you that have subscribed, like, and comment. I thank you for your support. Till the next time, thank you for watching. Peace.